This is Dakota News Now Sports.
More than 2 decades into their Division I era, with the exception of the early transition days, feels like this has been a year of change unlike few others for South Dakota State fans. One that has some questioning if the Jackrabbit program should be thinking about one day changing the conferences they call home. Coaching transitions like the one within the men's basketball program last week, which saw Eric Henderson leave for Drake and Brian Peterson get promoted, are nothing new, yet combined with the sudden departure of Jimmy Rogers and hiring of Dan Jackson in football and the transfer portal's effect on college sports, it's only become more difficult for SDSU to retain top talent from a player and personnel standpoint. In addition, new criteria leading to the women's basketball team receiving a 10 seed in the NCAA tournament despite winning 29 games with a solid non-conference resume, along with seeds for a Summit League men's representative in the NCAA tournament progressively getting lower as well over the last few years, is a cause for concern. And of course, the success of the football program will always open some to the possibility of seeking an FBS move as FCS membership dwindles. SDSU has rebooted its NIL collective in part to try and help retain players, yet that depends on fan investment. When it comes to questions about realignment, Justin Sell has always had one concrete answer.
It's that ability to be patient and continue. Our best thing we can do is be really good and put ourselves in a position that we will have a place in however this sorts itself out. We don't control those things. Most people don't, unless you're in probably the Big Ten and SEC are controlling a lot of stuff. And I think everyone else is kind of seeing what's going to happen. What's the ripple effect? Where do we go? I focus on what's really good competition for South Dakota State. What's going to engage our fans in wanting to come? What you're trying to be and what you're shooting for continues to change. That's the challenge, but try not to chase something you're not. You got to stay true to who you are, and then you have to be prepared what's coming in options A, B, and C. How do you kind of weigh those and be ready to go when you might not have a lot of time to make a decision?
Now, Sell's full comments will be on our Dakota News Now web story. Should SDSU ever opt to make an FBS move, by the way, the NCAA does impose a $5 million transition fee, which is apparently something the Jackrabbits' first football opponent this coming year, Sacramento State, is going to do. You're seeing them in the video right here. Even though the Hornets do not have a conference invitation, they reportedly have filed a waiver with the NCAA to reclassify as an independent in 2026.